Demons, evil spirits, the ones you don't speak of, the ones you fear, the ones who come and crawl to get your soul, these dark evil entities. But is that all true? Are demons really that evil? I am Fratello. I am an astrologer and a magician. And here I want to speak about the nature of demons, if what we say about them is true, and dive a little bit deeper into the whole subject. So, what are demons? Where did this come from? So, in history, we do have the connection that there are certain spirits sort of like between the gods and humans, so lower than the gods, but higher than humans, that sort of like can act as messengers. And yes, the angels themselves are messengers. It also comes from Greek, but I would say they're even intermediaries between the angels and humans, or us. And there are different kinds of demons. So demon in itself is actually a very neutral term. We have a personal demon, which some would say would be the higher self, or the holy guardian angel, or is just the Atman. Yes, but I'm not going to go so deeply on about this kind of demon. More of what we would almost say in a Abrahamic world is are demons, or understood to be demons. And obviously in the Abrahamic religions, the demons, the Dibuk, the jinn, and whatnot are all thrown into one pot and declared just little worker bees of the devil. And I really like to discern here, because we do have classifications also coming from the Greek civilization. We have the agathodemons, we have the oidemons, although they're essentially the same. Then we have demons, and we have cacodemons. And that is just to sum it up. So as I already mentioned, oidemones or eudemons and agathodemons, these are good demons. So essentially when you ask them something and they respond to you, they do have free will, they will do so in a good way. And they have been recorded to do really, really awfully bad things, but I'm getting to that later. But generally, these agathodemons are just simply good. You have the demons, which are those ones who are sort of neutral. Well, they can be evil and they can be good, sort of like very free will type. This is where it connects actually to the Jewish Dibuk or the Islamic jinn, which seem to be a spiritual race similar to our own, is that they have societies, they are born and they die, and although they have terribly long lifespans, they themselves are sort of like subjects to the same things as we are, but are still non-material and spiritual. They are suggested by some to be extra-dimensional, so in a way that's, for example, they see 4D and we see 3D, is so that they can see us, but we don't or rarely see them. So these are the demons. Yeah. So could also be land spirits of the sorts, and I'm not sure if they fall into the same category as Jinn, Fae, and Dibuk. Then we come to the cacodemons, and that is actually what we in our modern terms understand to be a demon. So sort of like the evil, malevolent spirit. And now, where to place these in the hierarchy between humans and gods? Well, obviously they're below us, and they're very often even in intelligence below us. These kind of demons are known to be actually quite stupid. Not only in our old folk tales where we trick the devil or demons in almost comedic ways, like I think of the devil having to build a bridge in one night, and the devil claims, well, the first soul to walk across the bridge will be mine. So when the bridge is finished, then they just send a rabbit over. It's like, ha ha ha, yeah, we're so smart, you're so dumb. But actually, this kind of stupid is regularly found within the cacodemon world. they are actually that stupid. You can trick them. If they are known to snatch babies out of the crib, let's say just male babies, then in the past we dressed our male babies as little girls so they didn't snatch them. And these things did actually work and still work if you happen to be subject to a cacodemon. I myself been short time controlled by a cacodemon, maybe an hour, I'm not sure, and well, he went inside me. I'm not saying controlled, but obviously it was drug-induced. But I can tell you that having that thing inside you is the most horrible experience you can have and can imagine. There's nothing more horrible than that. You'd rather have physical pain than coming into contact with a cacodemon, and that's that way. I survived, very great, so I'm very happy about that. But cacodemons are pure malevolence, pure evil. And I have the suspicion that a huge chunk of humanity is possessed by cacodemons. Not getting too political here, but if you promote ideas that are evil and that actively only do evil, then perhaps you have a cacodemon around you or in you. And if you have a human soul, then I'm very sorry, but the pain you must go through must be unbearable. Now, I wanted to get back to why some of the agathodemons are supposed to known to have done very horrible things. And I know of some magicians here on YouTube who are really, really squeamish about demons, who have actively worked with demons, and I'm talking in particular about goetic demons, but also from other grimoires. Now, the thing is, unfortunately, us humans do have a certain programming we get instilled within us, childhood. So, and because even though we have a very secular society and people tend to not believe in Christianity and the Bible anymore, the mode of operation is still extremely Christian. So just imagine this as like an operating system in your head. So everyone has Windows in their head, but the correct way, a better performance way would be Apple. And I'm not putting down either systems. I personally like Windows much more than iOS, but that's just on the side. But let's just say you have those the operating systems, and then there's thrown in Linux somewhere around there too. But if you try to install certain iOS software onto Windows Windows laptop, for example, they might work, yes, but they won't be performing as well as on an Apple computer, and vice versa. But the thing here is, now that we have this cultural programming, we actually need to unprogram if we want to fully become pagan. And some of us don't do that. So they approach demons, even very well-meaning good demons like in the Goetia, approach these demons with a certain amount of fear, even if they try to speak to themselves and say that they don't fear those demons. But they, in the core being, actually do. Now what happens is that this fear will manifest in subtle ways at first, and then becoming ever more present, and it's in itself growing into the monsters they subconsciously fear. That's how you get agathodemons to be demonic in that sense, be evil. But if you don't have this programming, then these spirits will always come to you in a very positive manner and always respond to you in a positive manner. Okay, they can be drama queens. There's no doubt about that. I very often heard that these kind of demons are like the shady characters in the bad part of town, and it sort of is true, but if you're like me and you know the shady part of town because you grew up in it, then you know that there are certain characters who are not to be trusted, and then there's the absolute trustworthy among them. They look shady as hell as well too, but they're the guys you the guys who would absolutely defend you and come to your aid even at 3 a.m. And that's the same with these cacodemons. No, not cacodemons, agathodemons, sorry. And if you really do want to work with them, I would suggest doing some mindset work on these demons. Doing a pact with these demons, it's a whole other case, can be very beneficial if you know how to do a pact correctly, and no, you're not going to become the next Elon Musk with a pact. But in that sense, very positive forces if you don't have the Abrahamic conditioning in your brain. So I hope this clears up a lot of misconceptions about demons, and if you perhaps want some demonic workings done for you from my side, I have very great connection to the goetic demons. I established connection to all 72. I have some favorites, obviously, but if you want some workings done, I can offer you my services. Just tell me what you need. You can write me an email at starsandwands@gmx.net, and we can work something out. Even if you want to do a pact or something, in a later video I might explain what pacts really are and how they can benefit you. In that sense, I hope you enjoyed this video and hope to see you in the next one.